Hey everyone, Speed Generations here, and today we have the Sonic Prime 5-inch figures, Wave 1 here, and we'll be reviewing all of them today, and we'll start with the first one going down to the last one. I just like to do it in order, so yeah. So, let's take 9, Mr. Dr. Eggman, and Thorn off, and we'll take a look at Sonic, I guess, first. So, here it says the logo, Sonic Prime. It's on Netflix. This cool looking render of Sonic. Articulation, of course, on the side. The prisms, Sonic, New York City, Jakks Pacific on the bottom. I like how it says New York City on the bottom to tell what dimension they're from. It's pretty cool. On the back here, of course, we have the prisms again. We have the logo and then a render of Sonic, likely a prototype because, hold on. Yeah, I don't see black on the front for his shoes here. I see it gray. Here's another Sonic image of what he can do. 13 points. Sonic runs at top speed and can use his special homing attack ability to destroy robots and protect his friends. So there's the bio of it. Collect them all. Jakks Pacific, 2023. Sonic, 9. Mr. Dr. Eggman, and Thorn, of course, Sega, Netflix, and Wild Brain. So now, let's open them up. And here we have Sonic out of his box. I have to say, the 5 inches, I mean, I suppose it's alright because, you know, it makes him stand out to be different, you know, because so that way it's not just the same kind of looking Sonic figure. And so that way it's, like, different as, like, oh, Jakks used a new sculpt for this because, you know, they're 5 inches now instead of 4 inches. For 4 inches, they could just reuse the model and slap it on and call it the Prime Sonic figure, you know. But I kind of like it that they did it 5 inches instead of 4 because it makes it stand out better. So, for Prime Sonic, he's got a whole bunch of details up here. Ooh, you can actually feel the details. I think they've done this for the movie figures too, if I'm correct. Kind of, but not like where it's all the details that are like showing, like all of his spikes or thing, whatever necessarily. But yeah, I do like it, especially like that it's a new sculpt of him. And as it goes for his gloves, it's of course got the new look to them compared to his normal gloves, which this just has, of course, the gray onto it now, the thing that 9 gave him on both arms and shoes, all around. This is a really great figure so far. And of course, this is a closed hand, and this one is an open hand to make him wave or something, which is pretty cool. It's on the same side. Down to here where we get to the shoes. These are really detailed, kind of make them look a little realistic. I think this is the whole point of these Prime figures, to make them look realistic a little bit, like the movie ones. Except they didn't really do this with the movie ones. This is really cool though. Everything's accurate on the shoes. Got the red stripes. These ones right here. The white stripes going across, the gray. Everything. And on the back, of course, we got where 9's tech was on his shoes. And of course, when he goes through every portal, his shoes and gloves change, which is pretty neat, actually. And I'm excited to see the other ones that we're getting from Jakks that have necessarily like the different gloves and shoes. So yeah. And of course, again, a little bit more different compared to modern Sonic. Here's a movie Sonic comparison here. Of course, he's got the realistic kind of things like in the movie. That I still don't get why they did that, but there's that one compared to that one. So if you feel this one feels completely a lot different, especially with the way they made this one. This one here, it feels a lot different. So if you felt these two, it's completely different from each other, even though like the details on the spikes and whatever kind of look similar. It's not really. So yeah. Now the articulation of Prime Sonic. So it has 13 points. you could move around the glove, the hand here, on the bowl joint right here that goes to the arm, sorry, the arm. The other arm are right here. And then the other glove. The head is movable. I'm pretty sure all the way. Hold on, probably have to get a stand. I have a little extra stand, so I'll do that in a minute. Up to the legs here are movable. More movable than the 2.5-inch ones, by the way. Shoes can do the same thing. Same thing with the other leg and shoes. So basically, there's your Prime Sonic. Pretty standard. I should definitely say you should pick them up, but if you didn't really want to and you felt like you had enough Sonics, then that's fine too. But I just picked this one up because, you know, Sonic's my favorite character. I know he's the main, but he's cool, especially in the show. So yeah, there is Prime Sonic. Next, we'll move to 9, everyone's favorite character. I gotta say, I like 9. I'll be honest, I like 9. He's a pretty cool character up until Season 2. I will not spoil it for you guys, but Season 2's ending is... ooh. I really want to see Season 3 already, but it's gonna probably take another year like every other season was, so yeah. So of course the same things on the front as I said before, articulated instead. We have Tails 9 on here, but I'm just gonna call him 9 because it's better to call him 9, even though he's a Tails variant. New York City on the back. 70 points of articulation, that's because of his 9 tails, so there's the back. And right here, it says, a loner by choice. 9 has an edge to him due to years of hunting, I think that's what it says, hunting his survivor's instincts. A lot of people say, I don't think a lot of people say this, but in my opinion, he looks a lot like if Shadow and Tails mixed in a universe. So this is what it's reminding me of, if like Tails and Shadow mixed in the universe, where Tails would still have the smarts, but yet he would be a little bit more on edge and not so easy to trust people like Shadow. So yeah, I think this is another prototype image, by the way. And then here's the back of them. Here's all of them to collect again, so the same thing. So let's just get them out of the box now. Alright, so I'm going to start out with 9's, like, being able to do what Sonic is doing right now. Standing. Bro, are you kidding me? I can't even say standing. Anyway, he's not really good at standing. Yeah, as you can see, he just fell on me. So, he's not the best at standing. Now, as it goes for 9 here, it's really, really awesome as well, just like I said with Sonic. But, if I remember correctly, I think on top of here, he might have had a brown spot, but that just might be me seeing things. I'm not too sure. But other than that, 9 looks amazing. So we'll take a look at his head first. Of course, the frowny, because, yeah, he's a different version of Tails. The new little things on top of his ears. The realistic fur kind of thing. His new clothing choice. His one glove with, I think, the communicator to talk with Sonic. Because, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, like I said. Now, this kind of looks like a robotic hand, if I'm being honest. Not too sure, but it might be. So, obviously, the two hands are different. Closed, open hand. The gloves can move. Here. I know I'm moving on to the articulation a little early, but figured I'd just get that out of the way. Arms. Head. And then his legs. Also, his legs are really detailed here, too. Shoes, by the way, have that little hole in them just like the real 9 does. All around awesome figure. Of course, the shoes move, too. And lastly, the 9 tails back here. Yeah, he has a lot of tails. I think the 9 tails really help him stand up, obviously, from what I see here. That's because, you know, I think that's just more of a supportive thing for him. Of course, back here, though, here's his realistic kind of tails. Those, not sure if those move. They move, yeah, but I'd be careful with them. Anyway, here's the 9 tails. Of course, all of the robotic tails here can move from this one to all of them, basically. And by the way, he's really hard to get out of the package. If you've seen other videos of people opening him, yeah, he's pretty hard to get out. I'm not even lying with you. He's hard to get out, but it's a really good figure nonetheless. I cannot wait to open the 2.5-inch one with Sonic 9 and Rusty Rose. Of course, we're getting a Rusty Rose 5-inch figure coming soon too, for Wave 2. A lot of people think we're getting a Wave 3. I'm not too sure, honestly, but it's a maybe with all the Sonic Prime characters we got, and Jakks really loves doing variants, so they're really going to love making more variants of each character. 9. Stop it. Anyway, they're going to really like doing more variants of each character at a time, which will be nice for them, but maybe there'll be a Wave 3 since there's going to be another season next year, and of course there's still more characters they could do that will be announced later, probably in the year. We'll see though. So anyway, him compared to normal tails, of course this is 4 inches, 5 inches, no realistic anything on him, just of course the normal articulation with his tails moving. His tails are the thing that supports him to stand. Movie Tails has the realistic tufts here because of course he's the movie version. This one can stand sort of fine, but the tails need to be there as well to help him stand up. So basically all the tails we have really just need their own tails to support them or else they're gonna fall. I'm gonna have to figure out something with 9 here because he still likes falling. So yeah, 9 is a great figure as well, so let's move on to Mr. Dr. Eggman. And now we have Mr. Dr. Eggman. His hair can move, which is kind of funny, so here's Mr. Dr. Eggman, New York City. So we have 3 from New York City. This was when this was sent to me in the mail, so yeah. Anyway, 13 points, just like Sonic. Mr. Dr. Eggman is in his 40s. You're getting old, buddy. He is the closest in intelligence and tempered to Dr. Eggman Prime Eggman, yeah. Again, all of them you can collect, so yeah, let's just open them. And he was another somewhat one hard to open because of the arms, his arms and gloves being this way, and his other one being back this way, so it's kind of hard to get him out, so I had to cut out the legs first, try to get the one arm, and then, yeah. So anyway, we have all of the, can you stop? We have all of the articulation here and whatever. He has the goggles, right color too and everything. This is spot on. The star, the kind of strikes going beyond here. His big Eggman belly. His details down to here with his shoes, and it looks like a star right here as well for his boots. Then we come back here. Same thing, looks like we have yellow stripes down here too. So I was told he has movable hair from the box. Oh, yep. That's funny. So you can mess with it. That's pretty funny. I like that. I like that feature that Jakks did. So there's one piece of articulation right here, the hair. And then we have the head that can also move. The arms. And the gloves. The legs. And the shoes. So this Mr. Dr. Eggman figure is great, except he cannot stand. This is another problem. I'll keep him like this, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there. So I can compare him to modern Dr. Eggman here. Pretty much different, of course. So you're probably wondering why I didn't bring out movie Eggman or Jim Carrey. I don't know where I put him. I know I put him on the bottom shelf, so he's here around here somewhere with my other figures, so I just gotta keep looking, but don't worry. I know I have him. So if you haven't seen, I think I reviewed the movie figures anyway back from Wave 1 and 2. So yeah, anyway, there is Mr. Dr. Eggman, and lastly, we're gonna move on to Thorn Rose. So let's just move on. Alright, here's Thorn Rose. She has an accessory included, of course, that being her hammer. Thorn Rose, Boss Cage Maze, so one of the different ones in this wave, besides 3 being from New York City. 13 points. Thorn is a version of Amy who is all protect the environment, and 0 let's be friends. Yeah, that was kind of the way she was with Sonic at first. Alright, and here's all of them that we already opened right here, and now it's just time to get onto her. Her prototype image looks a little strange. Anyway, let's just open this. And here is Thorn Rose. She looks great. She really does. It's everything from the last minute detail, all of that. The realistic tough things right here. Her hammer. Everything she has on, it's completely amazing. I really like this figure. So we have her, I don't know what you'd really call these. But yeah, those are there. Her marks that she put on her. Her angry expression, her little rings in her ears, and the ears are pointed down. And she put her hair up as well, as you can see, to the back. She's got the leaves on. Her boots got the wood in it. Gloves, of course, and she's got these little different things that are now not rings, they're like spiky things or whatever. She got spiky things on her boots too. But those are interesting. So for the articulation, of course, it's the head, the arms, and the hand. I'll do this hand since the hammer is in her other hand. The legs, and the shoes. So yeah, this was Thorn Rose that we have here. She does not like to stand up either. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna set her down like this, because now we have modern Amy to compare it to. A lot different, but really awesome. So yeah. And there you go, guys. That was the Sonic Prime Articulated Figures Wave 1. I'll definitely be back to review the 2.5-inch pack of the Sonic Prime figures, and of course I'll bring out these two for comparison and some other 2.5-inch figures. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you on the next one.